the legend is back, and it's not just a nostalgic throwback. The 2025 Yamaha RX 100 has officially returned, not as a relic of the past but as a refined, reimagined icon tailored for a new generation. For those who grew up hearing the buzz of this motorcycle screaming down Indian streets or those who once dreamed of owning one, this is more than a relaunch. It's the resurrection of a cultural phenomenon. Yamaha didn't just slap on a badge and call it a day, they've meticulously engineered the new RX 100 to pay tribute to its two-stroke legacy while infusing it with the reliability, performance, and design cues expected of a modern-day commuter sport bike. Welcome to Bike Culture Hub, where today we're diving deep into the full review of the 2025 Yamaha RX 100, a machine that brings the past and future together on two wheels. Right off the bat, what hits you is the styling. Yamaha has managed to bottle the vintage DNA of the original RX 100. Its compact silhouette, round headlamp, and minimalistic tank design into a body that is sleeker, leaner, and undeniably modern. There's chrome where it matters, on the exhaust pipe, the mirrors, and touches around the retro-style speedometer. The teardrop-shaped fuel tank with minimal decals still screams RX, but now it's more muscular with sharper lines to meet 2025's aesthetic expectations. The seat is a single-piece unit but with added padding, slightly elongated for better pillion comfort. Yamaha retained the upright stance, that commanding posture that made the RX so city-agile and highway-ready. It now rides on 17-inch alloy wheels instead of the classic spoke wheels, giving it not only a cleaner look but also better handling and tubeless tire compatibility. But make no mistake, this is not a two-stroke screamer anymore. Emission norms have killed off that raspy beast, but Yamaha has responded smartly. Powering the new RX 100 is a 125 cubic centimeters, single-cylinder, air-cooled, 4-stroke fuel-injected engine that churns out around 12.3 brake horsepower and 11 Nm of torque. It's mated to a smooth-shifting 5-speed gearbox that has been refined for low-end torque, ensuring city rides are effortless and highway sprints still carry a hint of that old RX punch. The bike weighs in at around 114 kilograms, keeping it light and nimble, just like the original. And because of this featherweight nature, the power-to-weight ratio feels engaging enough for those weekend joyrides while still being practical for everyday use. Yamaha didn't try to match the explosive nature of a two-stroke but instead focused on finesse, efficiency, and refined aggression. Performance-wise, the 2025 RX 100 impresses. 0 to 60 km per hour comes up in under 6 seconds, which, for a 125 cubic centimeters bike, is quite sprightly. It pulls cleanly in every gear, with a linear power band that makes it both beginner-friendly and exciting for seasoned riders who appreciate throttle response. The gear ratios are well-spaced, giving enough juice in lower gears for quick overtakes in traffic, and enough spread in higher gears for calm cruising at 80 to 90 km per hour. Yamaha has ensured NVH levels are minimal, there's no unwanted vibration even at higher revs. A redesigned intake and exhaust system gives the RX 100 a deep, throaty note, not quite the shrill two-stroke buzz of the past, but still rich enough to bring a grin. Underneath the familiar skin, the bike uses a diamond-framed chassis that balances strength and agility. Suspension duties are handled by telescopic front forks and twin shock absorbers at the rear, tuned for a slightly sporty yet comfortable ride. The bike handles potholes, city bumps, and speed breakers with grace, while still feeling planted during spirited cornering. The RX 100 feels composed when leaned into turns, with feedback-rich front-end behavior and a flickable nature that urban riders will love. Braking is managed by a 240mm front disc and a 130mm rear drum, paired with a single-channel ABS system. Braking response is confident, progressive, and predictable, important for both seasoned riders and those new to the scene. One of the most exciting aspects of the 2025 Yamaha RX 100 is its versatility. It's nimble enough for tight urban commuting, quick enough for short highway stints, and stylish enough to turn heads at bike meets. But perhaps most importantly, it brings an emotional connection to those who once loved the original RX 100. Yamaha isn't just selling a motorcycle here, they're selling a legacy reborn. And they're doing it with practicality in mind. The bike returns an impressive mileage of around 55 to 60 km per liter in mixed riding conditions, thanks to fuel injection and weight optimization. With a fuel tank capacity of 11 liters, that gives it a real-world range that's both city-friendly and road trip-worthy. The instrument cluster blends retro vibes with modern functionality. Twin analog dials house the speedometer and tachometer with retro fonts and a chrome bezel finish, while a small LCD panel tucked below provides essential readouts like odometer, trip meter, fuel gauge, and gear position indicator. There's even a sidestand engine cutoff and a shift light, small features that show Yamaha's attention to rider safety and engagement. The switchgear feels premium for the segment, tactile and logically laid out. And yes, there's an engine kill switch, something purists might scoff at, but modern commuters will appreciate. In terms of rider ergonomics, Yamaha has gone for a neutral riding posture. The handlebars are slightly raised for a relaxed wrist angle, while the foot pegs are center set, giving riders a natural upright stance. This setup is ideal for both city traffic snarls and weekend joyrides. The seat height is around 790 mm, making it accessible to a wide range of riders, especially in markets like India where the RX 100 legacy was born and nurtured. The bike's ground clearance is decent enough to clear speed breakers without scrapping, while the short turning radius ensures that U-turns are a breeze even in tight lanes. As for features, Yamaha has kept it simple, in line with the RX philosophy. There's no fancy TFT or smartphone connectivity here, and that's by design. Instead, you get old-school charm wrapped in modern reliability. LED lighting for the tail lamp and indicators adds a modern touch, but the round halogen headlamp keeps the retro essence alive. It's a clever balance between nostalgia and necessity. USB charging port? Optional. Bluetooth? Not here. What you get is a motorcycle that rides beautifully, looks fantastic, and doesn't overcomplicate the experience. The 2025 Yamaha RX 100 is expected to launch at a price of around 1.25 Indian rupees lakh ex-showroom in India, placing it right in the heart of the premium commuter segment. This puts it in direct competition with bikes like the TVS Raider 125, Honda SP 125, and Bajaj Pulsar NS 125. But the RX 100's biggest weapon isn't just specs, it's brand recall. It's legacy. It's the name that sparks stories. For many, this isn't just a new bike. It's the return of a first love. So, who is this bike for? If you're a college student looking for your first motorcycle that doesn't feel generic, the RX 100 is perfect. If you're someone in your late 30s or 40s who once owned the original and wants to relive that feeling without compromising on comfort and compliance, it's spot on. And if you're a collector or enthusiast who simply wants a reliable daily ride with a historic nameplate, you'll find plenty to admire here. And that wraps up our in-depth review of the 2025 Yamaha RX 100 here on Bike Culture Hub. Whether you're here for the specs, the history, or the thrill of a ride that connects the old with the new, this motorcycle delivers on all fronts. The RX 100 isn't just a return, it's a revival done right. If you found this review helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more real-world reviews and two-wheeled storytelling, and let us know in the comments what memories the RX 100 brings back for you. Until next time, keep the throttle steady and the passion alive. Ride safe.